Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, and it snowed today. Yes, you heard that right. It's April 22nd, and it was snowing today. Welcome to Canada, where Mother Nature likes to play cruel jokes on you. On the bright side though, we have some nail mail. So I'm gonna open this up. This is from Jessica Nail Supply, which is a Canadian nail supply store. So first up, I have some refill packs for my tips. I got a new liner brush. I'm not sure what brand this is. I think it's from a brand called Bossy. Maybe 7, maybe 6 millimeters. It's around there, but it's like super fine tipped. Like you're not even going to be able to see how fine tipped it is, which is why I got it for like the super precise detail work. It really helps having a really nice, sharp, fine tipped liner brush. The only downside is that it doesn't have a lid or cover, so I'm gonna really need to make sure that I store this appropriately in a place where it's not going to get any UV exposure. Got a sheer neutral polish. Sheer neutral polishes are like my thing, okay? They're like my kryptonite. I see a sheer neutral polish and I want to try it. D&D inner piece. The final two things I got are some more tips. I got short coffin and medium almond. I'm really excited to try out the coffin. I personally typically go for the more like tapered, pointy look, so like almond or stiletto. So coffin is something new for me, but it's still somewhat tapered, so it's still within my comfort zone. But you know, I'm not just getting these for myself, obviously. I want to have a full selection for people to choose from, so I'm slowly building up the collection. Today is Friday and I'm gonna get started on some nails that I'm making. I'll insert a photo of the inspiration picture and also the sketch that I made. It's inspired by a piece of coral, so it's very summer related. Last night I painted the base colors and I also used the airbrush to add some like pink, random pink splotches on the nails. I need to mix up a good orange color. The orange that I have is just a little too bright for what I want. So I'm gonna mix orange with white, maybe add a little bit of yellow until I get the color that I want. When you're starting out, it's a really good idea to have every color of the rainbow. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Just to start out with, because you can always mix them together to make custom colors rather than feeling like you need to go out and buy a specific color for everything that you have in mind. If you have the basic rainbow, then you can mix them and make whatever you want. When you mix colors, you are inevitably going to end up wasting some, but in the beginning, when you're still building your collection of colors, this is a great way to go. I have a 12 millimeter liner brush. I'm going to go ahead and start painting the orange lines. This is a very abstract design. Basically, I'm going to do one main line that runs from like one corner of the nail to the other. And then I'm going to add lines branching off of that one to kind of fill in the rest of the space. But yeah, very abstract. All of these nails are going to be different. It's going to be very hard to like recreate the design exactly. Just do whatever looks good. And I'm going to listen to my podcast. Right now I'm listening to The Left Right Aim, which is another kind of like horror, mystery, creepypasta. It's good. I'm liking it. Okay, so the orange is done. This was a very easy and quick pattern to paint actually. And I think that's because, first of all, the lines are thick, so it wasn't very detailed or precise, but also because it's just very organic. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So yeah, anyway, orange is done. Next, I'm going to be outlining all of these orange lines in black. So this is going to be a little more time consuming just because of how detail orientated it is. But I think using my new liner brush is going to make it a bit easier. I'm excited to give this a try. A little update, guys. I started with the black outline, and to be quite honest, I didn't like the way that it looked. So I'm going to switch gears, think of something else, and go from there. What I'm thinking I'm going to do now is get the airbrush back out and do some more airbrushing on top like I had originally planned. So I'm gonna do some pink airbrushing over top of the whole design. I think that might give it a little more visual interest. A little update on the liner brush. I don't know, I feel like the bristles didn't hold the gel very well. Like, I was really trying to work the gel into the bristles like I normally would, so you don't get a big glob anywhere. But no matter how much I worked the gel into the bristles, it just ended up with like a blob of paint around like the middle of the bristles. So it was kind of frustrating to use. I'm gonna keep trying, practicing with it. Maybe once it gets a little more conditioned, it'll work better. I don't know if that's even really a thing, but I'm gonna keep trying. Maybe look some stuff up on the internet and see what other people have to say. This is the design we have so far. One tip that I did see when I was scouring the airbrush forums last night was always to mix your medium in a separate container before you put it into your gravity cup. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just have a little dapping dish here, and it's perfect for mixing airbrush paints. Now the colors that I used to create the color I used last night was pale purple, or I guess it's called purple pale. And I used pink, and I also used white. So I'm gonna mix them together. I'm not gonna be able to get the exact color, of course, but we'll do our best. Okay, there we have it. If you are curious about using the airbrush, I can talk a little more about that in another video. If you have any specific questions like how do I clean it, like how do I kind of clean it after a session, how do I deep clean it, how often should I deep clean it, anything like that, I can definitely answer your questions. Alrighty guys, so since I'm gonna be airbrushing, I do have the window open and I have my mask on. We have to stay safe here, even though these are acrylic airbrush paints, we still don't want to be inhaling any vapors. And I'm gonna start. I'm basically just going to be just kind of randomly airbrushing areas of each nail. Nothing too specific. I'm not doing an aura. I'm just doing small little areas. And we're gonna see what it looks like over top of the orange. Hopefully it looks good, because this was my plan B. Okay. I think it's cute. I'm gonna let the paint dry here, and I'm going to get this big mess cleaned up. We're all cleaned out and we're ready for our next airbrushing session. And here is the final results. A little different than what I had originally sketched, but I think they're cute. I think the color combo is cool. Orange with like a purpley pink. Yeah, nice. I like these. I don't know what I'm gonna call these yet. Something coral, living coral. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll come up with a title though. Oh, I like these, yay. Okay, going to get some photos of these because it's a beautiful day outside. Finally, it's finally actually spring in Canada. It's the end of April and it's finally spring. Ooh, I'm so happy. So we have some nice sun out there today. I'm going to get some just like still photos of these, like display photos, and I think I'm also going to get some photos of them actually on my hands. We'll see though. I might just do that tomorrow. I have a really big training session tonight, and I don't want to have to be worrying about my nails popping off like in the middle of the training session, and that might happen with sticky tabs. So yeah, I might just put them on tomorrow and model them tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do. Hey guys, I am back from lunch, and next on the agenda for today, I'm going to be painting some display nails, I guess you could say. And basically I want to model each different shape and length combination that I offer. It's a lot easier for people to get a good idea of what the nails actually look like if they're being modeled versus just laid flat on a piece of paper. Since I'm still building my collection of tips, I'm just gonna do them all green so that it's easy for me to add a new image when I get new tips. Okay. so that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to be taking some photos wearing the sample sizes that I prepared yesterday, and I think I'm also going to put this set on temporarily and take some photos of that. I want this application to be like very temporary so I can just take them right off. So honestly, I'm just gonna use like one of these little double-sided sticky tabs that I use to mount the nails to the stand. Okay, so that actually worked really well. I just got some photos. And what I'm gonna do is I will upload these, and in Canva, there's a feature where you're able to remove the background. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make a quick little chart. Yeah, I'm very happy with how these worked. They just super easy to just apply temporarily. You definitely couldn't wear them like that, but you know, that's not the goal here. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the same for this set. I'm at least gonna do one hand, and yeah, we'll see about the second. I don't think I'm gonna do the second hand. I think I'm just gonna do one, but yeah. Okie doke, so I have the nails on, and I took some photos outside in natural light of what they look like. But here's a little preview. I think they look really good. I'm gonna take these off, and damn, I feel sassy with these on. I normally don't wear brightly colored nails, so I feel like, who is she? Like a whole different person. But anyway, I'm gonna take these off and put them in my binder. I did make a quick nail set just for me to put on later today. I like to put my nails on at the end of the day. That way I'm not going to be showering or anything after they've been freshly applied. And this is the set that I made. I wanted to try some of the charms that I got in the haul that was featured in my last video. So that's what I did. I did the bunny, and then I also used some of the little gunmetal, silver beads, and also the little spikes. So that's what we did. It is a little while later, and I'm ready to put my nails on, so I thought I would just show that. I have everything I need. So I have my cuticle pusher, I have a file. This one is a 180 grit. My nail glue. I'm going to be using peel off base coat. And I also have pure acetone. First I'm going to just gently push my cuticles back, and then I am going to buff the surface of my nails with the file. Then I will clean my nail and dehydrate it with the acetone. After that, I'll apply the base coat, peel off base coat, cure it for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to actually glue on the nails. I do prefer to use acetone to dehydrate my nails rather than alcohol, because I just find that acetone does a better job at dehydrating them. Hey guys, it is Saturday, May 2nd, and I'm getting a little later of a start today. It was a beautiful day outside today. It was really the first warm day of the year. Warm and sunny, just amazing. So I wanted to take advantage of it, and I ended up taking kind of the day off. And so I spent a lot of my time outside today. To be honest with you guys, I have been feeling a little bit unmotivated this week. I've been trying to get stuff done here and there because I don't want to just completely not work on nail stuff. But yeah, I just haven't been as motivated. I haven't been as creative, but I'm just kind of taking it as it comes. I'm not being too harsh on myself. I'm not forcing myself to work if I really don't feel like I'm up to it. But at the same time, I am trying to, push myself a little bit and do what I can. Most of what I've done this week, I updated my Murky Depths set. This is the final iteration of it. I'm much happier with the way it looks now. It's much darker, which is what I was initially going for. However, the black 3D line nails, I'm just not totally happy with them. I feel like they could look better, so I'm going to be remaking those ones. Another thing I did this week was I just made this simple little set for myself. These are just extra short coffin with like a really skinny chrome tip. And guys, a little update for the newest addition to my sheer nudes collection. This one is called Inner Peace. It's by D&D. It's number 873. This one is like perfect for my skin tone. I think this might be my nude color, which I know isn't helpful for everybody, but it's exciting. If you are also a kind of a nude or a sheer nude lover, then I'm sure you understand my excitement when it comes to finding my perfect nude. So yeah, that's great. This is it again. Anyway, I'm going to top coat these, and then I'm going to mix my No Wipe 3D Builder Gel with some black. Yeah, gonna get to it. Listening to What Happened in Skinner. It is another, you guessed it, another like mystery thriller type of situation. It's good. It hasn't been catching my interest as much as some other podcasts I've listened to, but it's good, and there's a bunch of episodes. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get some gloves on, start my podcast, and we're gonna try this 3D thing again. So after a little bit of trial and error, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. I've discovered that it works better for me if my gel is a little more on the thin side. I find it's much easier to flow like from the brush onto the nail surface, which is ultimately what you're trying to do. You're trying to let the gel and the brush do the work. You just want to kind of guide the brush where you want it to go. Here's what I was able to create. Okay, so here is the final finished set. cool. I like it. The next couple of weeks for me are going to be pretty busy. Like I just mentioned, it's finally starting to get nice outside here. So we have some outdoor work that needs to be done. And I also am competing in a powerlifting meet next weekend. So the weekends this month, which are usually the times that I get a lot of nail stuff done, I'm gonna be pretty busy doing other stuff. It's a little more difficult for me right now to create more elaborate creative sets because I just simply don't have as much time to be able to do so. Yeah, so this month is going to be really busy for me. I'm not going to be able to film as much content. So I think for the rest of the month, I'm just going to be posting bi-weekly vlogs. Yeah, after May, I will be getting just back into the swing of things, and I'll be able to record more and just do more in general. So yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm not sure if I'll be back tomorrow or not. I have some yard work I need to do tomorrow, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.